A very good morning, YouTube. Captain Naps here with you once again for another video for the channel. It's been quite a while since I posted anything. That's probably putting it mildly. I haven't looked lately, but it's been probably a month or more. So I thought I'd put out a quick video here. This is something different. This is not aviation related. This is a game I picked up called Satisfactory. I saw a couple videos. It looked really neat. I picked it up and it has definitely kept me occupied for quite a few hours. I've enjoyed it a lot. So I thought I'd do a little Let's Play sequence through it, show you guys what it's all about. You can decide for yourself if you want to play it or not. For those of you waiting for more aviation videos, they will be coming. As you know, I really value a well put together, well produced video, and I just have not had the time lately. The number one reason being some of my VATSIM related duties have kept me extremely busy, and unfortunately video making was what kind of bit the bullet while I'm carrying out those things. So there will be more aviation videos coming. It's probably going to be a couple more months, so I thought I'd put out something quick and easy, just a Let's Play video, pretty much almost a straight up recording with very minimal production time, so not occupying too much of my time here. So anyways, this is a game called Satisfactory. As you can see here in the title screen, it came out in early access on March 19th, a couple weeks ago. It's a lot of fun. I saw a few videos before it came out, and I saw a lot more after, and I said this looks like the kind of game that I would enjoy. It's all about building a factory, trying to work out logistics and balance production. But the neat thing about it is that it takes place in a first-person dimension. So those little characters you see perched on there, these are you. These are you, the player. So yeah, so it's a really neat way to design a factory rather than the top-down view. You design it from the floor up, as it were. So I'm going to go ahead and show you a new game. I've played with this game for quite a while. But I'd like to just start right from the scratch, just to show you kind of what it's all about. The intro is really good at showing you what it's all about. So I think we already have... No, we don't? Alright, perfect. So I'm going to create a new session. So what happens is, this is basically the premise of this game is you're building a factory. It takes place on a alien planet. You've been dropped there by some corporation. Your job is to harvest the resources by initially just by hand, and eventually using the resources there to construct machines to enhance your rate of production and resource extraction. So there's one one map that's been created by the studio that made this, Coffee Stain Studios. It's not procedurally generated. There's one beautifully handmade map. It's very weird in this day and age to have a handmade map, but this is what it is. That being said, it's very diverse. There's lots of different areas. It's huge. It's over 5 kilometers across, 5 kilometers down, over 30 square kilometers of terrain to explore, and there's some very diverse areas. So these are some of the diverse areas. Most of the videos you see out on the internet are in the grass fields area. Nice thing about it, very flat land, perfect for building factories. Lots of open space, not a whole lot of trees. Some trees, but definitely but not a whole lot. For a little bit of a different challenge, I'm going to take on the northern forest today. Small but lush mountainous area surrounded by varied biomes, making building harder, but biomass a common resource. Biomass being leaves, leaves, stems, sticks, branches, whatever. Yeah, so we're going to go ahead and do that. I've tried a couple of recordings, and some of them have been a little glitchy. There might be a little audio-video desync through the introduction. I think the map is being generated in the background, and that creates the desync. So if that happens, just bear with it, and I'm going to reset the video recording after the intro video here. Now the intro video is really good here because it really keeps you, it really gives you just very quickly an overview of what your purpose is here. So this is basically me stuck in a landing pod, and that's basically it. We're going to watch the video and learn about what our job is here as an exoplanetary pioneer.
Pillars of work to ultimately accomplish project assembly. Use provided blueprints to build the necessary buildings.
So build buildings, construct things to help extract all the resources from the planet, and exploring is a huge aspect of this game. The planet, like I said, is huge, and there's lots of different resources scattered across it. Some are nearby, some are common, some are very uncommon, and you'll find all sorts of other little goodies as you explore. So exploring is very good, it's very needed, and yeah, you can link your machines together in the factories to help automate.
And be effective.
Be effective is the key. Try to be the most effective and efficient exoplanetary pioneer that you can.
Atmospheric entry in 5.
Hopefully, again, this hasn't desynced by now. If it has, I promise I'm going to reset it as soon as we hit the ground. and hopefully that will kill any desync issues. But the detail, even just looking around here, like they spent a lot of time on texturing, on details of the various items in the game. The material rendering looks great. The shine there on the metal outline of your door. They've spent a lot of time on the texturing, on the detail, on the scenery, and it all looks really good. So it's very, and the funny thing is, it's one of those things where you sort of notice it when you're forced to look at it, but otherwise you're just so preoccupied with the game, you don't notice how good the scenery is because it's there. And I hate to say it blends in the background, but it does. And touchdown.
PlanetFall complete.
PlanetFall complete.
Please ensure the integrity of your multi-purpose exploration suit is at 100%.
Alright, and we are now exploring a brand new planet.
Remember,
Welcome.
efficiency first. Godspeed.
Take my trusty little pack here, climb down out of my landing pod, and here we are. So I've reset the video recording in case there are any desync issues now, and we are here on the planet, and that is a big looking alien, but I've already played this game for a little while. He's not scary, he really just doesn't do anything.
Congratulations.
But I would like to say that I do think this game would be great in VR. I think VR would be fantastic for this game. I think it would look absolutely stunning and beautiful in VR, but I don't believe they support it right now. I think it would be great to support it in the future, though. I really do.
The resulting materials
you can see just the level of detail on the grasses swaying in the wind, plants, various life forms, trees. It all looks really good, and of course the machines that you build or that have already been built for you, like the drop pod, all look really good. So our first job is to dismantle this drop pod that we brought with us. So in the bottom right corner you can see I had to press F for my wrecking ball. Press and hold, and I can dismantle any item, and I can take all the materials with me, so that we basically recycle anything and everything.
Please ensure you have your Fix-It Incorporated Xeno Zapper equipped.
Make sure you have your Xeno Zapper in your hand, because that's going to defend you from aliens as we go.
Fix-It regulations, every pioneer should have access to a means of defense against extraterrestrial threats.
I need to have a means of defense. I'm also going to just keep grabbing leaves while we listen to Ada talk to us.
Please familiarize yourself with the resource scanner to find iron. Note,
I'm going to need lots of them later.
The acquisition of iron is considered essential in preparation for all future objectives.
Alright, so we have to press C to scan for resource deposits. So C brings up our scanner,
properties in the flower petals.
And some of those flower petals I picked up in properties. So it sends out a scanning ping across the landscape, as you can probably see there in the distance. And when it hits your resource you're looking for, it gives a little ping. If you look at the top of the screen there, 467 meters, 798 meters, 816 meters. So we're going to go to the close one. We're going to go this way, 467 meters, and see if we can't find our resource. So iron is essential, is what I believe she said, and it is true. Almost everything in this game, not everything, but a lot of stuff, especially a lot of the initial things you need to make are made of iron. So iron is absolutely essential in the beginning, and even in the long run. You end up using untold amounts of iron, probably more iron than any other resource. As you get further into the game, you'll discover more resources that you have to utilize. Things like copper, limestone, and coal, as well as eventually oil. And there's even other resources that I don't even know about yet. The game is still in development. It's still in early access. There's resource trees that have not even been opened up in the early access yet. I don't know how close they are to being completed. Okay, 269 meters this way, so we're getting close. Alright, let's see here. Yeah, okay, a little scary here. That's a bit of a big cliff. There's more. Okay, so let's scan this again and see. I think it's down here we have to go, though. 'Cause 232 meters this direction. Yeah, see right there, those 4 pings. Somewhere kind of over there. So we need to find a way down. The other neat thing, too, I don't know if you noticed it there, but there's some machinery over there. So I get a little further down the hill, you'll see it a little better here. Right down there. So that is an abandoned drop pod. Another exoplanetary engineer tried to come down here And looks like their ship crashed. And they probably did not survive. In the end, you are the only person on this planet. Unless, I won't say that actually, unless you play multiplayer. Okay, looks like I can probably hop down this way. Okay, we're going to hop down this way. You can control yourself a little bit, at least while you're falling. But if you do fall too far, you will die. If you look in the bottom left corner of the screen there is a health meter. You will die if you do not watch your health. So you've got to be careful of your health. You can't fall too far. So here's the drop pod. As I said, this game is multiplayer capable. I'm not playing it in multiplayer, but it is multiplayer capable. So you can work with other people to build up your factory. It's not competitive, it's cooperative. If you are playing multiplayer, you're trying to achieve the end goals, the same end goals. You just get to have multiple people trying to help build the factory, build it out faster. Also, when you're dealing with things like this, alien creatures who may want to hurt you, it's nice to have a friend. Oh, they notice me. These creatures are kind of aggressive, kind of jerks. So I'm going to have to zap them if I want to take anything from this pod area here. Now, let's see if I can... There we go. Here they come. But they're not very smart. They don't seem able to climb up onto anything. That's one thing I've noticed in the past as I played this game. So as long as I stay on top of something, let them get annoyed and come close to me. Oh, maybe they can. There. Killed them both. Very little loss of health to myself.
The remains of this creature might
That's one thing that is a little bit, I won't say challenging, but you will notice that in this game, is that generally anytime there's something beneficial in the map, be it a resource or one of these drop pods that provides some mystery resources, you'll notice that right nearby there's usually always some aggressive aliens that are trying to hurt you. So you'll have to learn to deal with them a little bit, and try not to lose too much health. Drop pods can be opened. Pod damage needs one modular frame, so I'm going to have to be able to build a modular frame before I can open this pod and steal whatever goodies are inside. So there are treasure chests throughout this game in the form of drop pods. There's quite a lot of them on this planet, actually. This company worked really hard to get a lot of people onto this planet. Alright, so 180 meters to the northwest, more west than northwest. I will find my iron ore deposit. And I will be able to set up my very first base. So you want to have your base close to iron ore. You're going to need lots of it. Oh, here we are. This looks like it. Yeah, that's it. There. Lots of iron ore for my exploitation. Now one thing we're going to notice, there's some annoying aliens over here that I have to deal with. You'll see in a second, it's a little bit creepy. Ah! There we go, got one. Two. Where's the third one? Third one, there we go. Those ones are more annoying than the big things, mostly because there's three of them ganging up on you, so you kind of lose track of where one might be. Oh, okay. We got them. Good. Alright, and we found our first ore deposit. Press and hold E to pick up ore. And we can start chipping away at ore, and there's our next goal accomplished. I'm just going to keep on chipping away.
Build the hub. Note.
Because I know we're going to need a lot of it.
The resources salvaged from the drop pod will be consumed.
Awesome.
Caution. Ensure the hub is built on spacious open terrain close to the presence of iron sources. Failure to do so will likely result in non-optimal progress.
Thank you, Ada. Alright, so there's more iron over here. There's one right here. It's a nice big open space here, which is great for building a factory. So I think I'm going to build my hub. I don't want to build my hub right in the middle of the factory, so I'm going to probably build it over here to one side. Sometimes it's nice to be able to... Bauxite. Interesting. Sometimes it's nice to be able to get a little bit of an overview of what you're doing. And that's one. The first-person view of this game is both at once an advantage and a disadvantage. So you're kind of, you end up maybe this way. It can be hard to place things. There are alignment helpers that do come around a little later, but it can be sometimes hard to get a perspective on what you're doing. So there's my hub. My basically this is the center of my base.
You have unlocked.
It's pretty rudimentary at this point. Right now it consists of two things, a crafting bench and a terminal. The craft bench lets me build various things using stuff in my inventory. The terminal is a communication station where you get to communicate with your corporate overlords that are at Fixit that are controlling this whole operation. So basically, as you bring more materials to the hub and complete more phases of the hub here, you're going to get access to more technology to help you out as you go. So the first goal is to reach tier 0, hub upgrade number 1, and to finish all these hub upgrades eventually. So I can see what they all are right now. I can't even go into the other ones, but I can see what these ones all bring me. But there's only one I can do right now, and I have to basically progress through these ones at least in order. So select milestone. In order to get to this and get all these rewards, I need to have this. I need to have 10 iron rods. So how do we build iron rods? Again, back to the crafting bench. The nice thing about once you select a milestone is up here in the top right corner, you'll notice it reminds you what you need to complete that milestone. So let's go to our crafting bench over here, go into it, and let's see what it takes to build iron rods. So 1 iron rod requires 1 iron ingot. Alright, I don't have any of those right now. That's why I can't afford the recipe, but I could probably build iron ingots. So 1 iron ingot requires each 1 iron ingot requires 1 iron ore nugget unit, of which I have 43. So I can start churning out some iron ingots. Pretty straightforward and easy early in the game when the resource counts are pretty low. As you go through the game, the more complicated items that you're going to start finding recipes for become require more and more base resources, and it starts to require a lot of things. So you could very easily play this game right from the get-go just using the crafting bench. It's possible. But as you move up in the levels and you start to have to build in more and more complicated resources, you're going to waste a lot of time building stuff, and that's why eventually we start automating. So we take our 10 iron rods, drop them in there, press the upgrade button, and boom. We now have an upgrade. Our hub has now got a few new pieces of equipment that we've managed to build.
Congratulations. You have unlocked hub feature.
As well, we've got something called personal storage unit, which is just that. It's just a little storage box. We can take anything from our inventory, put it in there. So you can see we have limited space in our inventory, so this just allows us to keep extra things. The other thing we've got over here that's also going to be useful to us is a biomass burner. This is a power plant that will burn material that you collect. So I've collected 500 units of leaves here, and it will generate power. There's a little green light now, smoke coming out, animation. The green light is the key, indicates that it is generating power. However, there's nothing on the grid right now. It's connected to absolutely nothing, which means that it's not doing anything right now. But it will do something later, so we've put some fuel in there for later use. Okay, what have we got to do now? So, hold C to select what resource to scan for, build an equipment workshop, and craft a portable miner. Okay, now, so now we've got another resource we can scan for copper ore. And yeah, that's what I thought. That over there, I thought it looked like it. It is. It's copper ore right there. 132 meters away. There's another one 605 meters. Why would I go that way when I go this way to a nice close one? I see that's there. Build an equipment workshop and craft a portable miner. So this looks like a pretty big cliff here. Yeah, we don't want to get too close to the edge of that, so we're going to just sort of stay a reasonable distance away from that. Alright, so build ourselves an equipment workshop. It's a little bit different. Oh, and missing iron plate times 6. It's a little bit different from a crafting bench. The crafting bench makes the more basic wrong button. The more basic resources. Equipment workshop makes more like complicated tools. I'll show you kind of an example in a second here. We're going to make the equipment workshop. Yeah, we'll make it right there. That's a good place for it. we go in here, and the kind of tools I can make in here, I can make the Xeno Zapper, the thing I'm holding in my hand to zap aliens, and I can make a portable miner so you can see like different materials. I need 4 cables to make a portable miner. I'm pretty sure I can use the craft bench from this side. Yep, we can. So let's make some cable. Good stuff. And now we can make our 1 portable miner. And actually, I'd like to make more than 1 portable miner if I can. So what we'll do, we're going to come over here to our iron ore deposit, take our portable miner. The portable miner is a really neat unit. It's basically a self-contained, just launch it, self-contained miner. So it's got its own internal power supply. He looks kind of cute. He tries to line himself up for the right spot on the resource node, starts drilling away, and starts just collecting a never-ending supply of this resource. And you can see already 21, lots of that resource there. So what we're going to do is we're going to come over here to our crafting bench. We're going to use that ore we got to make a bunch of iron ingots, and eventually make some iron plates, and we'll make another personal miner. Now you'll notice as I use this crafting bench, it gets hotter and hotter. Right now, that doesn't do anything. It's just simply an animation. I would love to see it though, as we move through early access, that does become a limitation, because it'll give you more and more reason to automate your processes if something happens. If you can overload the bench and it eventually stops working, or maybe just slows down the hotter it gets, something like that, that inspires you to really work hard on your next work hard on automating your various processes. Alright, so I've got another portable miner. I'm going to come over here. So this is copper over here, and you'll notice another one of those nasty plants there. These guys are going to come after me as soon as I get close to this resource. I might as well take care of them now. Hopefully one at a time. One more left. Easier when there's only one enemy. Still got me quite a few times, but easier when there's only one enemy. Okay, copper ore. We'll take some of this copper ore with me for later. One thing you'll notice, I was able to build those portable miners right away. I collected some copper, or some copper wire from that crashed ship, which is great. That just saved me a little bit of effort, a little bit of running back and forth. Made my day a little nicer. So those drop ships, they're not like a huge amount of resources, but especially in the early game, they can provide just some critical resources that just help speed up the processes if you're trying to establish yourself a base here. Alright, so here goes the little miner again into the pile, and he's already collecting ore. And the nice thing is he'll just continue to do that. We'll walk away, he just generates his own power, collects his own ore, excuse me, Mr. Alien, and yeah, that is probably the most interesting, not the most interesting part of the game, but the most important part of the game is to automate the processes so that when you walk away, they still keep manufacturing. So speaking of manufacturing, we need to start to build some stuff. So build a smelter. So what is a smelter? A smelter is takes in various what's the word I'm looking for? Ingots, or not ingots. It makes ingots. Here's the recipes: iron or copper ingots, and in order to do that, it needs iron ore. I don't have any iron ore left, but I have a machine here that is full of iron ore. You'll notice it stopped. It's got a limited storage capacity. Once it reaches that, it just simply shuts itself down until you clear out the storage. And I drop that in here. No power. Okay, so we need one more thing. We're going to need a power line that goes from our generator over to our machine. Voila. The generator is now generating power, using up plants slowly to generate power here. And so this is the power capacity being generated. This is the power actually being used. It's just this one unit. And it just starts churning out more and more iron ingots just to make your life easier. Alright. And so what I'm going to do is go back to the hub and see what do I need for my actual next milestone here. So things I need 10 iron plates, 10 iron rods, and 50 wire. Well, I got the wire already. Nice. And I'm just going to have to craft some stuff here. Going to have to craft one more iron plate and a bunch of rods. Okay, that's enough iron plates, but not enough rods. Need about 4 more. Gonna have to go do this. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go and feed my smelter again. Now you'll notice different things have different production rates. So this, for example, is producing 1 ore per second or 60 per minute. However, this one can only process 30 per minute. So I'm producing twice as much as I can process in this machine. That's why I have this surplus here. So part of the challenge of the game as you start to get more advanced is to balance those production levels so that your machines are all running at optimum without wasting time, without wasting resources. Alright, so we got lots of iron ingots. We needed just more rods to finish the next level. I think that's enough. Drop those in there and press the upgrade button and boom. Still in the same hub, but now it's getting bigger and better. Now it's got some walls.
Congratulations. You have unlocked
That's a little bit of a lab-looking area up there, a little bit of a personal space. Alright, and now we can continue with developing our base. So we've got a lot more things we can do to make our base more effective over time. One thing we are going to need to do is build power poles to extend the power network, as she said. Basically, each machine, each generator, and each power consumer only has one connection point. I cannot connect any more power lines to this network. The nodes of the network where you can branch off are the power poles, which can have up to 4 connections to other poles and to various machines. So you can create a network using the poles. In order to build a pole and set it in the ground, I need concrete, and in order to make concrete, I need limestone. There's a progression here. So now we have a new resource we can scan for called limestone. Limestone, 85 meters away. Okay, that's probably right on top of that hill, isn't it? Scan for it again. Bing, right there with another nasty right there. Alright, so what can I do about my nasties? Okay, so one thing I saw, actually I walked past it right here. I didn't do anything. These barrel nuts. Now, I recently discovered, I thought I had to study them before I could eat them.
Further analysis required to establish objects.
Ada actually told me they seem to have, this is a consumable that has minor healing properties. So watch that health in the lower left. As I eat the nuts that are in my hand, I restore about half my health, which is good because we're going to have to go over there and tackle an alien. Now, since there's a whole limestone deposit over there, the smart thing is to just go over there once and go over there with another portable miner. That way I can just mine for what I need. I need 4 plates and 4 cables. Okay, come back over here. Let's make 4 more plates. And let's make a bunch more cables. Now we should be able to build ourselves a portable miner. Yes, we can build 1. That's what that number right there next to it means, is that's how many you can build. Once it's blank, I don't have the resources to build anymore. But I've got 1. That's all I need. I could take more than 1 over there if I really wanted to, but okay, so there appears to be a land bridge over here. It's not going to take me too close to those. Alright. Yeah. Yep. Seems to be a way. The map is handcrafted, so that usually there are passages, there's ledges, there's ways to get through to places that seem difficult to get to. Some of them are hard to get to. You have to really work to get to some of them. I don't want to fall off the edge here while I'm being attacked by alien creatures. Where'd you go? Where'd you go? Where'd you go? Where'd you go? There we go. Got him. Did a little better that time than the last time. Okay. Don't want to fall off the edge because it looks like a long way down from here. Okay. Alright. Here is my limestone deposit by the looks of it. Yeah. Alright. So we're going to just chopped off this giant big node, and then we'll get a personal miner on there to just continue working endlessly. So the reason I'm chopping up these nodes anyways, I'm going to have to do it. I know this from playing the game. I cannot build a larger miner on here with these nodes still sticking up, so I might as well just collect them now while I'm here. Come on. Some of these things take almost 100 to units to get rid of. It's a set amount. I don't know. It's random but set, if you will. All right, take my personal miner, put it in my hand, and put it anywhere where the limestone appears to be. And now he's just, again, burrowing into the ground. I can walk away. He's going to collect limestone for me for as long as he's there, until he's full. Full right up. It's a little freaky sometimes. The passage is really quite wide, but nevertheless, like, one wrong move probably would kill me. Dying is not the end of the world in this game. I have died in this game. It's not the end of the world, fortunately. It's just a little bit annoying. What happens is you end up just basically resetting. You go back to... okay, let's grab some stuff from here. When you die, you just go right back to your hub. You restart in your hub. The annoying thing about the process is anything you had in your possession, any items you had in your inventory, are lost. They stay at that point where you died, and sometimes if you die far away from your base, it can be very long and tedious to try and go back and get them. So it's just, dying is not really that bad. It's just frustrating. Okay, so what we're gonna do a few new things now here. So what we have here is called a constructor. It's a new machine we can build. I'm gonna build one right here. And what I can do... Alright, so what I can do is I'm going to steal this for a second. I'm going to connect my constructor to my generator directly, and I'm going to start building some concrete here using that limestone I got from up top. So a constructor automatically builds things. It can only build items that require a single ingredient. That's the only thing it can, that's its limitation. So things that just basically are converted from one end to another is what a constructor builds. So now I can build up my first power pole here. Might as well build it here. Now I can start linking things together. So we undo that, take my power pole, link it to my generator, link my power pole to that machine, link my power pole to that machine, and now everything's running. Green lights indicate running, yellow indicates problems, red indicates big problems. And now I have a constructor doing things, and I can start automating processes. I can build multiple constructors, obviously. If I have the resources, I need cable for that. Not a problem. I have the ability to craft some cable. Starting to run through this wire I started with, though. Definitely starting to run out. I'm going to need to start getting more wire sooner than later. Alright. Constructor number 2. Pardon me. Alright, so I'm going to make another power pole here. And the reason why is that each power pole is only limited to 4 connections. If I was to connect this to here, my power grid would die, would not be able to expand any further. So I'm going to go ahead and dismantle that wire so it's a little cleaner and neater. I'm going to connect this power line there and use this power pole to connect to there, and I can continue to have more machines in the middle here. So this machine I'm going to use to build something useful called biomass. So what biomass is, I'm going to just steal from here. It's going to shut down my generator for now. But what biomass is it's just a more efficient fuel. So it's basically taking the leaves and grinding them up into a more efficient format. You'll notice that it uses up biomass. The generator uses up biomass a lot more slowly than it used up the leaves. So a set amount of biomass will go further than a set amount of leaves will. And this is probably one of the banes of your existence early in the game, is you're just constantly running around and collecting biomass, trying to make the game go faster. So it's kind of one of the early frustrations of the game. It's just you find yourself constantly, and literally almost constantly, every like 5 to 10 minutes running around and collecting more biomass. Okay, we need more reinforced iron plates. Alright, so in order to construct reinforced iron plates, I need plates and I need screws. So I can make some plates. And I can probably make some screws. And then I can make some reinforced iron plates, and I can build another constructor. Yeah, so in the beginning, power is a difficult resource to make. Because you can only make it from biomass, so you're constantly running around trying to collect this biomass. There's no way to automate that process. I'm going to automate iron plate production here, I think. So what we'll do is we'll do a little round robin here. We'll get my iron ore. We'll drop the iron ore into this smelter. We'll pick up the iron ingots. We'll put the iron ingots in here, and still note we got a red light because we have a problem. We have no power. Make a power connection, the light turns green, the machine comes to life and starts producing things I need. And that's basically it. That's how you start to make a factory that works for you. Biomass. I'm going to have to go out on a little biomass mission very soon now. But at least now this generator, it's got a fair amount of biomass in there, so it'll last a little while. Also, the more machines, of course, you load up on the generator, the more power you're drawing from the generator, the faster it goes through your resources. Alright, so let's see if we have what we need to make this final level here of the hub. We're going to need quite a few things here. We're going to need 10 cables, 10 concretes, 75 iron plates, 2 reinforced iron plates to finish upgrading the next upgrade on the hub. Concrete I probably got. I got 24 concrete in there. Boom. Concrete, done. Great. Cable. Probably just easiest if I just come over here to the crafting bench and just make some cable. So there we go. That's enough cable there. Iron plates are the only thing that's going to be... Oh, there's a lot of them. 75. But it's not a lot, but it's a lot for what we're doing right now. But I have machines doing it automatically for me, so I don't have to... I don't have to expend a whole lot of energy or time on this. I just simply keep on running back and forth from machine to machine to machine. And the machines do all the work for me. So there's 2 different steps involved in making the iron plates. There's the smelting of the iron into ingots, and then there's the pressing of the ingots into plates. I could do them all on the craft bench, but it would take a long time, and I've got other things I can do with the craft bench while I'm here. So I've made some iron, I've collected some iron plates, iron rods I'm also going to need because I need to make some screws to make my reinforced iron plates. So I can continue trying to make things sort of on the side, for lack of a better word, while some of my more common resources are being manufactured by machine. All about being effective and efficient. So 30-something minutes into this game, and I have a base that's producing a fair amount of resources here. It's definitely working hard. And in about another 1 to 2 minutes, I will probably have enough resources to finish the last level of the hub. I think right now what I'll do is I'll go get some more limestone just to keep this machine working because it ran out of limestone. Here I am at my portable miner over here on the limestone deposit. Open it up, grab all my limestone. Great. Now I could probably make steel quicker. So a lot of running back and forth in the beginning, but this, again, it gives you good reason to try and automate your processes, to automate the machines at the various locations, link them all with conveyor belts, which we don't have the technology for yet, but we're going to have it soon. And it just makes life so much easier when everything is automated. There we go, drop in all the limestone I had. And I'm going to do the circuit one more time here, and I should hopefully have just about enough iron plates to pass the next hub upgrade here. Let's just see here. Drop that in there. Steal that from there. Now you see the advantage also that we will have when we have a conveyor belt working for us. Not quite enough yet. We got 56 out of 75. We're very close. So what can we do to use up our time a little better? I'm going to run over there and just grab some copper. Alright, so I just ran over there, I grabbed some copper, I came back, it's in my inventory here, just so I can make some more wire when I need to. Let's just check on the status of my... You know what I can do? So we can build another smelter. I can't fit it in there. I'm missing iron rods anyways. I could build a few more machines and help to keep automating more and more processes. So we need a few more iron rods to build that. And we're going to need some iron plates as well. Some screws. I want to build some more reinforced iron plates. I need more iron plates still for that. Need a few more screws, I think, to build. There we go. 3 more reinforced iron plates. Alright. The reason why I'm just doing it here, actually I might just do it over here, closer to my copper ore mine. I don't have enough iron rods. Need more iron rods. because I can make some, I can smelt some, oh, I need more iron rod still. I can smelt some more copper while I'm also smelting iron. And just keep my processes going here. So here's another smelter. Doesn't really matter which way it faces right now or what it looks like. I'm just going to put it right there. I guess I need to hook it up to the power network. Hopefully I have enough cable. I do. And then I just drop in my copper. And now it's going to smelt me some iron or some copper ingots while I'm just doing nothing. Not while I'm doing nothing, but while I'm running around doing other things. I used up most of my iron plates just to build the reinforced iron plates that I needed, but I'm producing them pretty quickly here. I can also produce another constructor. Nope, I need more cable for constructors. The advantage of having lots of machines is that you're building lots of materials above and beyond the base material all the time. Alright, so this one can make iron rods for me while I'm sitting here. So I'll put the iron ingots in there. Take these out of there. Make sure this machine ran out, but that's okay. Now everything's working. This thing has made lots of biomass. It's run out of leaves for biomass. Do is take this out of here, and what I will do, I think, is gather a bit more biomass. Alright, anyways, I think we're just about ready to wrap up. I just want to finish this next level. Oh, red light because I did not connect it to power pole. And again, power network is fully completed here, so we'll connect that to there, connect that to there, connect that to there. Now everything's working. And the power network is just about at maximum capacity. Not quite 75 yet, but we're getting close. Once we get some conveyor belts, which will be another one or two more hub upgrades, boy, things will go a lot faster, you'll see. Alright, so... Oh, we actually have enough, don't we? We have 56 out of 75, plus I have a whole bunch in my pocket. Oh, we had enough. Alright, there we go. Boom. Next level hub upgrade complete. There we go. Looking a little bit better. Now there's some stuff happening in here.
You have unlocked new buildings and blueprints, which
Bunks, lockers, a kitchen, and like a workstation. But most importantly, we have access to new buildings.
Objective. Hub upgrade,
and probably the most important thing we can get our hands on is conveyor belts. We can build conveyor belts, we can link machines together. Watch this.
Caution. Overloading the power network.
And here it comes. Everything comes out of there, right into there, with no more interference from me. I don't have to run back and forth. Wow, and just think of how much time that's saving me now. Now you can link machines together and really start to maximize efficiency. So I think that's it for this first video. We got to the point where we can build a conveyor belt, and that is just, for all of its simplicity, it will really make our lives a lot easier in this game. So thank you guys very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this. I hope it's been entertaining. I really like this game. I really think it's really neat. The way you can crawl around in your factory from a first-person's perspective, building up machines, still working through logistics, but right down in with it, and also the exploration aspect of this beautiful planet that's been crafted here, I think just makes this just a really fun combination for a really great game. So if you get a chance, it's only on the Epic Store right now. It's Epic exclusive for the first year. It's supposed to, they're going to revisit Steam after a year, see what happens. But you know what? It's very worth it. It's not expensive. I think it was $30. It's a great game. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this. I'm going to steal some of these here while I'm talking. But yeah, guys, keep watching the channel. It's been great fun playing this game, and stay tuned for more videos. We will see you very soon.